I am almost at like 150 subscribers, which is really interesting. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm just gonna find a server and just go crazy with shotguns. Actually, no, do they still have that? Yes, they do. They still have the this map. Alright. I do have a DLC shotgun, so I can just go and screw people with that. It is pretty much my favorite shotgun. It's like the only one I use now, because I had pretty much had every shotgun, and then I was like, you know, I don't have this one DLC shotgun. I'm just gonna do a couple things, get it. It was actually surprisingly hard to find people using the DLC maps that needed that, but once I had figured that out, I went and got it done. I was really happy about it. I just needed 10 shotgun ribbons, and I needed to open and close a door or a gate or something on one of the second assault maps. The roof, I say. And that's double helix there. Oh, double helix DNA strand there for a second. Whenever I do this, I always immediately like try to run out here. But I noticed that this base is captured, so I'm not that worried about. Sounds like a sniper over there. Oh no, well. Better not get sniped over there. Alright, his health bar is full. I can send through here.
Objective Delta.
Let's see if airplanes want to come and visit us.
We are taking control
Pretty sure
of
it's facing the
objective
enemy
Echo.
spawn. Yep. There's a helicopter and everything. Bird just keeps freaking me out.
I've eyes on a hostile tank just west of your position.
Come on. Come on. I'll go over there. Come on.
There appears to be an enemy tank west of your current location.
Oh, is he taking the other one up? Don't you run in there, hit square, and then do whatever. I only fired one, right? Well, that thing got hit.
Spotted an anti-tank soldier east of your position.
Oh, that thing's kamikaze everything. Ow. Anyone coming from the elevator still? But I felt like going shotgun today, so not gonna happen. Nobody? Is everyone over either? Sometimes you can get lucky and get a pellet to go through their windshield, so it usually only happens if you're using slugs or if you got like pellet with you. Oh, we just got.
I have eyesight. Enemy UAV just west of your current position.
I don't know why I'm swearing so much now. I didn't used to. Ooh, that's the pickup sniper. How many bullets? That's 11 shots. Ooh, yes. This thing can screw up helicopters. Oh yeah. I'm happy with this. Oh yeah. Where's the sniper at down there?
Now control objective Bravo.
Oh yeah. Oh, motherfucker.
Appears to be an enemy AT soldier.
I totally thought that was the dude behind me that shot the rocket launcher. Then I turned around and there's a guy in the elevator.
Ground control objective Bravo.
Oh, with that guy. Oh, I heard someone underneath the bus. Alright, so we're trying to get a C4. Oh yeah, someone got a C4 kill. Element something. Oh, just a blueberry.
There appears to be a hostile vehicle just west of where you are.
Where's that helicopter right there? Thing's the 50, so if I can actually get lucky enough to hit that thing. Oh, the door's open. Scared the crap out of me. Oh, they turned the lane over there? Oh, fuck. Like 90% of the time I have to hit people twice with this thing anyway, so I'm just gonna go with slugs. I mean, Frag 12 is really nice for helicopters, but I'm gonna go with slugs. And you know what? Secondary is gonna be the... Yeah. I wish I could change out the shells on this thing. Sometimes, though, there is actually a glitch where you can use the assault class. I think they patched it back, but when this game first came out, I could take the assault class, use an M26 dart on my primary, and if I pulled out the M26 dart and then switched to the shorty, it would use whatever shells the M26 was using. So I could pull out my assault rifle, it had like darts, and I could take this shorty, which was pretty much a one hit, and if it was using darts, or slugs or whatever, it would instantly kill like anyone, even up close. I used to do that with slugs quite a bit. So oh, didn't get it. If I can get this anywhere near the windshield, dude, in the driver's wheel takes a blast.
East of your position, there's a hostile tank.
Wrong button, here you go. You know what? I can do that.
Okay, I spotted an enemy tank west of your position.
Want the bluebird come up?
Just west of where you're at, I've spotted hostile machine
They're all gonna be on that side, so I'm gonna run out the
Objective
back.
Alpha. Neutralized.
Well, fuck me, that missed. I should have just used the other gun. Oh. I forgot to change my red close to blue. Why do I keep lagging so bad? Driving me crazy.
Oh my god, there's somebody in that room. Somebody get him. Oh my god.
It's in the elevator, I know.
There's a...
I died because I was trying to switch guns and lag at the same time. It didn't work well.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright, well just interrupted, so maybe I'll stop lagging now. It'll go up as a solid video anyway, it just messes up if anyone's trying to walk while I'm playing. But hey.
Subjective Echo. I spotted hostile
Apparently there's a sniper all the way down there at the very bottom of that building with that weird blue Chinese sign on the front. That was 60 health points. That was probably sniper or a 44 Magnum. That weird 44 Magnum lever action rifle. What the fuck? That bluebird just got mowed down. He died.
Be advised, we have neutralized objective Bravo. I spotted an enemy tank due east of your location.
That's how. Right there. That was an attack helicopter.
Take this first aid! Listen up. Objective Echo has just been neutralized.
Come on. Come down. Come down. do it.
Listen up. Objective Echo is now under our control.
Oh great, it's starting to lag again. Pretty sure I have tried talking it. Yep. Right. A part of me feels like I'm trying to say Razor, and then another part of me just says, Cornhorn. Alright, apparently someone's keeping us here. Sir. Oh, we got LAV. There it is. Borrow this. Fire and pull down, shoot and pull down. So he's got into the lead. Didn't work at all. Let's see if I can see it. Oh, there's an tank behind us. Alright, apparently that wore off pretty quick.
Just west of your current position.
Alright, I don't remember if I have the anti-blast shields or reactive armor. I feel like I should have reactive armor. Let's see if this works. I have a feeling. Who knows, maybe it'll work. Or that thing.
发现敌军船只。 Objective Echo.
Yeah, you see, putting claymores down doesn't work. If the door opens, you gotta do it while the door is open, then let the door close on the claymore. So like, if you put a claymore down now, it'll be fine. It's when the thing closes that when the doors move and you push on that door, and then the door opens. So, if the door closes on the thing, somehow it doesn't matter. Doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Alright, it seems to be nothing, alright.
west of your position.
What are you good for, AA mine?
Down anti-tank soldier. North of your location. Where's the where you're at? I spotted an enemy sniper.
Well, let me pick up that thing anymore. Although if someone comes over with an ammo drop, man, turn on the phone, I'm gonna get it.
I'm hunting for just west of your location.
Although there is a thing we can use where I can get extra rocket launcher. And then we're gonna point.
Guys have spotted that enemy machine gunner west of you. I spotted an enemy tank just north of your location. We have just neutralized objective Charlie.
How did he knife me and commit suicide at the same time? He stabbed me and killed me.
Objective Echo has been taken.
Oh shit, what the hell? I could be better off with slugs in this thing, or just not non-shotgun rounds. The only map I've ever actually done like insanely good on with this particular shotgun was playing team deathmatch on the, I can't remember what it is. It's gonna bother me now because I can't remember what the map is. It's not this one though. I'm gonna find out. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Did not mean to click on it at all. I think, yeah, that was, at that time it was right. Server names, what's my recent? Yeah, this is the creepy one I was playing on. This map right here. Not the map, but I mean the server is still not going on. I'm in a queue. No, it's definitely the wrong one to click on. Wow. Let's do the server filter settings. Let's see. The settings that it's currently set to is on 3. Oh yeah, it's because I wanted the Silk Road map last time. Damn it. I always accidentally switch. Map. No, this one. Where is it? I think it's this one. All of these have questionable connection rates. So I'm gonna go with no. This one's got the best, but I don't think it did. I'm gonna go with this one instead. Yeah. Didn't even read what it said. Well then, I feel like I got my shotgun shot again. I don't know why, with the very first shotgun shot you get seems to be the best. Oh, it was just plain select, that's why it didn't do any explosive damage, so it's like a rough GX. That makes more sense now. Dart's good for up close, but I mean it's kind of shitty at long range. Oh, fuck you, shotgun to the face, and you still got 7 health, whatever. I thought we're fucking slugs, it wouldn't happen, you know? Hey there, I'll take that. Let me watch damn you. Oh, motherfucker. This thing is getting annoying. I don't know why it does this every time it's really, really annoying. Sure doesn't do what I want it to. I feel like I should try that glitch and see if it still works. still can't run. I think my Wi-Fi hates me. It's okay. It only does it sometimes. Flashlight is better. Okay. Alrighty then. I feel like I'm gonna trust the 126 thing now. It's gonna be some type of rail. I'm disappointed. I want something that's obvious, like, yeah, like that. 2 secondary, must be the shorted 12. Yes. Muffled choke. Now I need a compensator. Yes. Do not need a flashlight ever. Alright, that should be everything. Better I didn't switch fast enough. Because now when you hit triangle it switches back to gun instead of secondary, which is what I think is going on here. Or maybe it should be separate. We'll try it separate and see what happens then. Nope, still the way it was. One thing I love about the dart is that it's attached to the gun and it's tight to aim it. Oh, frag. Gun right there. 26 stars. Oh damn it, I forgot to change to a dart. Fix that. You see, I could shoot myself with a frag 12, it took like 4 or 5 times to kill me. That is why that gun is a no. Not even on something as strong as the M26. This one is good. See, I can use these sights on you. That's why I like it so much. The very first time you aim down your sights, it was...
They really got me pinned down!
You're not fully healed, get back here. Don't hurt my blueberry.
Here, take these meds!
Stay quiet about it, but... Oh, I love this little tiny handgun. It's really close to the CZ, actually. Actually, you know what? It looks almost exactly like this. The CZ is actually one of the guns that I really want. These little things are actually pretty amazing. I mean, they're right up there next to the 1911, which is actually another one I want. Right, yeah, this. Is this the original? Yeah, this is the original design. Well, not completely original. The original just have this rail on the bottom. Most of them are actually made out of aluminum now, which is not necessarily the best thing in the world. I mean, for 1911, it'll do, but it'll still wear down real fast. Aluminum doesn't do good with friction. Everything that's aluminum is amalgamated alloys. It's very weird. It's okay with heat. I can actually go up to about like 1,000 degrees or so. In fact, so good with Pete, some other people who make amalgamated alloys add aluminum to their alloys to up the melting temperature. Now the thing about aluminum is that it doesn't actually like heat up like normal metals. Like you can take steel, put a blowtorch on it, and right where it's blowtorch is hitting, it'll turn bright red. Whereas aluminum, like the entire thing kind of just heats up at once. Like it doesn't like heat up in one spot; it'll heat the entire thing up. Heat the entire thing. Which is why it's kind of hard to weld. You kind of need heat force it to put out a lot of heat really fast. That's where the aluminum can disperse it. Or you need a very thin piece of aluminum. Otherwise, you can take like a butane torch and on it like 2,500 degrees, so you can fill it can. Right here.
Good job. We've got the lead now.
Alright, I did not see any fuckers at all, and I did that. Oh, there's a medic bag right here just for me. For me now. Motherfucker! Yeah, I was trying to come up on this other guy. I was hoping I could just keep running. The USSR, huh? It's actually pretty neat. You can't really find that many coming. What the hell? Did they just change I don't know if I switched teams or squads or what. This thing's lagging really bad. Ooh, this lag. I don't know what it is. It just seems if it's not like an AK, FAMAS, shotgun, it seems to be some kind of a DLC gun. Really, you know that? Like all the DLC guns. Interesting, if I can see it goes away. Apparently somehow this one was only in first, I think. Or I only got off like 3 shots exactly when I died. Probably be better around the flag. Why is this thing lagging so bad? It's still giving me the kill. I'm level 100 now. Alright, let's see, I don't think I should play with Toys anymore. Finally, him. Why is this thing so fucking laggy? Oh, fuck you. Oh, no, this is exactly the same. Yeah, the same type, but not the exact same. I feel like using the rifle I was probably using. There you go. There you are. Looking at it tank. I don't know why they don't have easy there. I mean, you can make it for 2, which is almost the same thing. Interestingly enough, the majority of the newer Russian guns are like all striker fired. No joke. They don't even use hammer fired rifle designs anymore, except for like the ones they've already made, like AK designs. Like other things like the ASVAL, other guns. I saw indicators over there by the tower. I ran off. Camera inside that wooden tower way down there. God. On the walk. Can that never happen again? Don't worry about ourselves. Holy fuck, it's just on a grenade. Holy fuck. He's using a regular AK-12, alright, that makes sense. I'm using like the shortened version. The only actual difference from the full length version and the full short version is the fact that I go to places by taking that. Careful, he's right next to you, bro. I wish they made an AKU 1760 like 54R. So bad. So bad. Next to you. Let's see here. Like this thing right here, this isn't 308. Why can't they make a compact AKU like that? If you're really happy with one of these, then an AKU format. That's all new right there. Don't tell me I have a suppressor on this thing. If I have a suppressor on this thing, I'm going to be angry. No, I have heavy barrel. Alright, I'm going to go with compensator instead. Or multiple. I don't know which. Prevents muzzle climb. Yeah, that's the one I need. Look at all those pins right there on the front. That's a bayonet lug. And there's the gas port pinned in 2 places. Pinning seems to be the best way to get a object to stay on a barrel. Even the receiver traditionally has a pin in it. The barrel is stuffed into a part of either the receiver or an object called a trunnion, which is then attached to the receiver. All of which is done with pins. Pretty much the entire AK is pinned, and that was considered an innovation at the time, because any slave or social worker, whatever you want to call them, could learn how to basically pin their bed on a pin and pin it. They didn't even have to learn how. They could literally just set it in a machine and have a metal plate with all the dimples set in the correct spots. God damn it. Pretty much the same thing like that, but in a different shape. It was so fun to unlock all the guns.
I got eyes on a hostile soldier. I'm pinned down, I can't move!
Server anymore. Evidently, I can lag, and my entire team can only ever get half by the time the other team has gotten all of them. And I kind of just don't want to play on that server anymore while I'm lagging. I think there's dirt inside this slide on this thing. I love this little thing. I could have any handguns. I would probably have a CZ and a 1911. Pretty sure I literally said that not but a couple seconds ago, but every time I look at this little tiny thing, I look at it and I think of a CZ, and then I want a CZ. I mean, the only thing that'd be better than getting a CZ would be making my own CZ. But you'd have to get like the parts kits and all that stuff for it. Like, I know enough to make guns just fine. It's just that every gun design is different. Every single gun design needs its own unique set of tools, and each one of those tools has to be like made. Basically, you can't just like go to a hardware store and buy all the tools you need to make them, because a lot of them require specialty tools, and it's a pain in the ass. I would just love to make scaffold, just to prove that I can. Like, do you guys know what I mean? Just kind of like prove to yourself that you can do it. Like, all the things, like, I'm thinking of, every time I think of like what I need, it's like, oh, all you need to do is take this and that, do this and that to it. But yeah, I always need something that I don't have. Like, I need metal bars with an exact diameter to turn down into cutting tools. I need this, that, and the other to do what have you with. It's a pain in the butt after a while. One of the hardest things to make are springs. You have to make sure you got the right number of coils spaced apart, the right distance. The more coils you have in something, the more energy it'll transfer. Like, if you have something that doesn't have that many coils on it, when you compress it, it'll barely push. The more coils equals the more pounds of pressure you get on the spring, and the more pounds of pressure it takes to compress the spring. And there's actually like a whole bunch of mathematical equations you can learn to figure out. The weird thing is, I wasn't even going to come on here and make a video. I was going to watch like a video, just going to throw it in my PS4, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I make the video instead of watch the video? Why don't I be the video? So that's what I came on here and I did. I don't think that many people are probably going to watch this anyway, but yeah. If you guys did watch this all the way through, then thanks. Yep. It means a lot. A lot of people don't know this, but if you don't watch the video all the way through, it doesn't like suggest the videos. It's like, oh, this is a suggested video for you, kind of thing, because you won't watch it all the way through. It won't do whatever. But yeah, it's like a real big pain in the anus. It's a painus in the anus. I said pain, not something else. Dirty bird. One of the things that I just really want to do is make guns. Alright, there we go. Apparently my controller died. One of the only things I really want to do is just make guns. It could be something that I'd really like. I just really want to make guns. I don't know why. that sound? I don't know what it is about that sound, but I wish civilians were still allowed to fill out the forms for making Class 3 firearms. You can still legally fill out the form, make any kind of like NFA item you want, except for Class 3. For those of you who don't know, a Class 3 item is something that can only be sold by a Class 3 firearms dealer. Class 3 means they can sell everything. The highest restricted NFA item is the full auto. So yeah, like, I wish that people could still legally go and like take like any gun they want and be like, go fill out the paperwork and make it into a full auto. Like, I wish people could still like go out and legally do that, because before 1986 you could just go fill out a piece of paper, $200, background check, fingerprints, copy of your passport, a whole bunch of stuff, send it to the ATF and they'll be like, alright, let's see here. And once they've basically cleared you, then you can go, then they'll give you your copy of the paperwork back. It's kind of like going to the cashier and you have your receipt, they have theirs, and the ATF basically gives you your copy back. It has the ticket with the number on it. Now, the ATF classifies this as the tax stamp that says that this one specific gun that you already put the serial number on the form for and everything when you were filling out the thing. And you can only do this for one individual firearm, but once you do it, you just have to pay for it once, and it's basically like a title to a car. You only have to pay for it once. Well, I mean, unless you're making a payment plan, but I mean, no one really has to make a payment plan for like $200. It's just a $200 tax stamp for a full auto. It also is a $200 tax stamp for a carbine, which is basically just means that you have a barrel which is shorter than what is deemed the standard rifle length, which is 16 inches or more. Now in Canada, interestingly enough, long guns, a gun with a barrel over a certain length, was actually rifles which were restricted for a very long time. It was called the Long Gun Registry. And they basically said, hey, this doesn't do anything at all. Now, for a really long time, handguns were also on that list, but a senator basically said, hey, I don't like this, let's fix this. And they fixed it. Now, one of the things that I think is like absolutely like crazy is that no one has tried to fix the machine gun ban yet. And that kind of bothers me a lot, because it's pointless. Like, anyone who knows or has ever used a machine gun or has ever met anyone who actually owns one, all the legally owned machine guns are not anywhere near anything close to what people say and think. Because criminals get machine guns if they want machine guns. Doesn't matter what the police do or what they try to do. Criminals who want a machine gun will get a machine gun. Doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, there is something in the United States called the Black Budget, which is it's the funding for all the black ops operations around the world that the U.S. does every year. And there's been a lot of like rumors that the way the U.S. funds it is by doing illegal activities around the world. Like some say they'll do like drug smuggling in other countries, or they'll let people get away with drug smuggling, or they'll help gun runners or what have you. And the CIA has actually been caught like helping people in like what's it called? And like starting revolutions and stuff, overthrowing governments and stuff that they didn't agree with. And they've been caught doing it before. There's actually been, like, for multiple years, that was one of the things that CIA would actually teach people how to do, is they'd actually have a manual on how to start, like, a revolution, stuff, and how to teach people how to overthrow the government, and a whole bunch of other crazy things. Huh. 64 out of 64. My friend is online. Cool. Well, that was one of the things that they would teach people. As a matter of fact, in one country they were teaching a man named Ernesto actually was going through and learned a lot about how they go about it and how they do it. He then went and applied that to another country. The man's full name is Ernesto Che Guevara. Now, the name Che is not actually a genuine name. It is actually from, I can't remember what country. I think it's Bolivia. But it basically means friend in Bolivian. Like how people, if you've ever been to like Mexico or something, people walk around and go, "What's up, SA?" That's basically what it was. People from Portugal would walk around and call each other Che. "What's up, Che?" And that's pretty much what they did. Now his actual name is Ernesto Guevara. And one of the things that people got confused about for like a really long time, a lot of people didn't know that he was actually from down near Chile. It's actually where he was born. A lot of people didn't know that. And that he was actually, when he was a child, he was named Pig Boy, and that... Sorry, I ate something a while ago. He was nicknamed Pig Boy, and he had a shirt he called the Week shirt, because he would only change it once a week. This one specific shirt he would wear for an entire week. Now, one of the things that's actually very interesting, a lot of people don't know about, is that he also attended medical school and had a medical degree from Buenos Aires. A lot of people do not know that. and that he was actually, that was one of the reasons that he was actually allowed to participate in the revolutions, because he had a particular skill. He had a skill set which was actually needed. He was a doctor. And one of the things I think is funny is that the Antifa people a while ago, I think they tried to start a revolution. And like they set a date, like, hey guys, let's go have a revolution on this date. And the date came and like no one showed up. Like there was the InfoWars thing where where InfoWars was like, hey, this is one of the places where they say they're gonna be today, and all I see is a whole bunch of patriots around here waving no more Antifa flags everywhere, and I'm like, it's funny. The dude like ran around the entire block, is like, hey, has anyone seen any Antifa members here? And they're like, nope. And then he'd say like, God bless America or something, and then walk to the next group. And he'd just keep going, and like no one would ever like say anything. I know you're not supposed to dry fire a handgun, but I just really like this thing so much. In my state, I don't know if it's like the whole US or just the states, but in my state, you have to be 21 to own a handgun. But I'm almost 23, so I really don't have to worry about that. What I kind of want to do is I want to propose a bill suggestion to one of my senators that says, hey, make it to where only like 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds, make it to where you have to be over, a citizen has to be over 24, 25 to legally own a machine gun, and see if I can use that as like a loophole to get around the whole citizens aren't allowed to have machine guns at all thing. Like hey, only citizens over so-and-so can own machine guns, and try and get it to where it like overrides the whole mixed thing. If not, I can always like send it in a letter to Trump. See if he actually does something about it. Actually, you know what? I wish I had a piece of printer paper, because I have a typewriter right next to me. I can just type up a letter right now if I wanted to. Actually, you know what? Does this thing still have tape in it? Oh, it does. It does have the black tape in it. Alright. Awesome. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna keep going. Conquest on that map. Alright, I can do that. You know what? You know what? I want a vanadium cell phone battery. This is another thing. What a lot of people don't know right now is that you can get vanadium as a liquid. There's two different liquids you need. You need one as a... I can't remember the technical terms, but one is the negative portion of the battery, while the other is the positive. But it's two different like compounds of vanadium, and they're in fluid form. But when you actually charge it, they actually change colors. It's really weird. But it's supposed to be able to actually hold a charge better than a normal rechargeable battery. That's all if you don't know. It's a normal rechargeable battery.
Just took objective Echo.
Alright, this is nice,
Take
right?
control of objective Charlie.
Like a normal battery, like lithium or whatever. Use it like 20 times and then won't charge very well. After you use it so many times. But vanadium, it'll charge up as much on the first time as the 1000th time. Every time I find something like this where it's like something nice, it's always gonna be like some kind of a secondary thing.
是的，我观察到了敌军直升机。
Try that. God, that motherfucker had to move. At once.
Listen up.
我看到了敌军直升机。我看到了敌军直升机。
AK-5, the Swedish one. The AK-5 is not actually an AK at all. It's actually closer to like the SIG, SG, like the T21 SIG, SG, T21. No, 521. Yeah, that's what it is. No, the numbers mixed up with like the P226 and stuff. That was one of like an AK, if the spring was actually on the exterior of the piston itself. Like if that even makes sense. Instead of being behind the piston. Yeah, it was actually clean, it was over the whole piston and everything. You have that coming off of the bolt back.
There appears to be an enemy helicopter. North of your location.
发现了天空飞着一个敌军飞机。
Oh fuck. Turn around and there's two people right there on you. for the room. I'm coming downstairs.
Objective Alpha has just been lost. I can survive. 我看到了敌军坦克。
He's looking right at it. He can see it.
发现敌军坦克。Objective Foxtrot is neutralized.
Whatever that one is.
We now have control of Objective Alpha.
Wait a minute, that's our thing.
Just under control of Objective Bravo.
Where'd you go? There she is.
Listen up. Objective Foxtrot has been taken. I have eyes on a hostile tank south of your location. Hostile chopper spotted. Just south of your position. Listen up. We've just neutralized Objective Alpha. We have taken Objective Alpha.
What is that down there? Let me pick your ride. Enemy machine gun west of your position. Right. We've just lost control of Objective. Waiting for operating system. Oh, yeah. Oh, some of that other dude try and come back to get me. I was hitting with the rocket launcher. I want to switch to my cutting torch.
Listen up. Objective Bravo has just been lost.
Oh, fuck yeah. to so close. You only tried twice, so this is the last one.
Outside for south of your location.
Died right here. Oh well, we won. We have 500 points here. Darn you, Cassie. You made me forget my knife at Ivy's house. Lip. I think I did better without Maddie's car. Ooh. I've had an interesting day today.
Now control objective Echo.
Don't move the knocks and that thing, it dries off. I swear. What's mine? New Minecraft 4.0. I don't know what it is, maybe you stop.